Well, at first my instinct was that this was just like a really good troll, and it is a really good troll. Uh, you
It's
know,
working.
calling Justin Trudeau the governor is hilarious, inarguably. And this is a guy, I'm talking about Trudeau, who has insulted Trump and actually insulted a majority of Americans, and he deserves to be trolled in this way. But I watched an interview that Brian Lilly of the Toronto Sun did with Steve Bannon yesterday, and the threat is actually rational in some ways.
I've been discussing with our co-friend Jason James of BNN podcast
Yeah.
at length for I think 6 months. We've been talking since we both have, capacity to talk with US military and intelligence people, that the US government, that is, the powerful arms of the US government, has run out of patience with Canada, both on, fentanyl and with our lack of military spending. And Jason and I agree that, anyone has you've got your head in the sand if you don't think that China and Russia are already moving on the Arctic, and Canada has done nothing to really build our capacity there, despite, years about talking about it. And the Trudeau government, I mean, very clearly, they've been, thumbing their nose at the Americans long before Trump came back to power. I mean, we saw leaks where basically, if you want to call it the U.S. deep state, Trump wasn't there. You've got military leaks from powerful people saying that Trudeau told them Canadians won't support more NATO spending. And so what does this mean? It means Trudeau and his government like to hand out, fake, GST break checks around Christmas to stay elected. They like to give away things we can't afford. And they claim they're not able to, fund a military. So what do we have? We got kind of a non-functioning state in the sense that if you can't defend your borders, you are not really a real, you're going into weak state territory, and that's where we are. So I still believe that the annexation isn't that real, but I do believe it's powerful negotiation that and also it's reflecting a broad, not only disrespect, but distrust of Justin Trudeau and his administration, that they are belittling him and they don't trust him. And I believe, I've got pretty solid indications. It's because they're so concerned about corruption in Canada's government. And as I say, it ties back to the Chinese state and organized crime. And so that's what I do think that Steve Bannon is right, that it's what looks like a very real conflict with China could occur within a year, 2, 5 years. And that's driving the American state sort of reshaping of all these geopolitical norms that we've all taken for granted. I think that's what it's all about.